These are the rules of the game. Actions speak louder than words.
Action Sports, only on your World of Champions Supersport. Coming up on Action Sports, we travel to Somerset West for the 2011 Soccer IPTs before heading up the coast for the annual Varsity College Action Sports Weekend. Our first stop is in Somerset West, 40 minutes outside of Cape Town, for this year's 4-day Interprovincial Soccer Tournament. The venue was making its debut as the host of a major action sports event.
The arena opened in September last year, so we opened for a year now. This is the first major tournament that we've had here, and it's been an excellent tournament. I must say the standard of competition has been very high, and we're glad to be the host for this tournament.
First up, the men's gold final between the Boland Invitational team and Western Province. Both sides had enjoyed good showings in the event, with Boland ending second on the overall log and Province first. Befitting a game of this importance, the opening exchanges were cagey, with both sides preferring to retain possession and look for weaknesses in their opponents. The ploy didn't work as well for Boland, as they got pressed into their own half, and making their way out was difficult. Individual skill was required, but Province's defence was more than up for the challenge. As the game began to open up, the two teams showed slick control in moving the ball around, but it was still a physical encounter, with neither side willing to give an inch. Province's defence was resolute, with Boland making good yards, but not getting into scoring opportunities. Pressure was mounting for both sides to find an opener in front of the biggest crowd many of these players had experienced, and on possibly the biggest stage. While Boland were holding possession well, Province were doing something with the ball when they got it. Their pinpoint passing was causing problems for Boland. With the crowd getting restless and Boland playing in their own half, they were forced into making mistakes attempting to get down towards the Province goal. Giving away possession was a crucial error, as Province were back on the attack. Having struggled to get close to the goal box before, Province unleashed a thunderbolt of a shot from the halfway line that left the Boland keeper unsighted and with little chance of making a save. The stunning strike broke the deadlock and gave Province a well-deserved lead. Boland's attempts to unlock the Province defence were failing. Their efforts to find an equaliser were blocked by Province, who quickly turned defence into attack. Boland were continuing to hold the ball and pass it around as their attack searched for space and the perfect pass to get a shot off. The referee's involvement in the match drew some criticism from the supporters, but possibly it was just an objection to his hairstyle. Nervy moments indeed as Province headed into the break 1-0 up. Boland began to show more attacking impetus after the restart and were finally creating chances on goal from their patient build-up. It was thirsty work for both supporters and players as Boland searched for an equaliser and Province another goal that could possibly put the match beyond the reach of their opponents. Some sublime individual skill created an opening for Province as they rifled in a shot that beat the Boland keeper. That was the last action the goalscorer would see, as he was substituted immediately, safe in the knowledge that he'd given his team a cushion of 2 goals. With the match winding down, it was frenetic end-to-end action as Boland fought for an opener, while Province were only too happy to counter-attack when the opportunity presented itself. Both keepers were being kept busy as shots rained down on their goal box, but both were up to the challenge, although some of the finishing left much to be desired. Boland would eventually pierce the Province defence, but it was too little too late. Province had done enough to claim their second IPT soccer title after victory in 2009 in Durban. It was a welcome return to form for Province after a disappointing 6th place finish in 2010. For Boland though, they would be able to hold their heads high. They went one better than their 3rd place finish last year, ending in 2nd place. Celebrations all round for both teams, who were able to treat the supporters to a thoroughly entertaining match filled with plenty of action.
I think it's a fair reflection. Western Province played a brilliant game. We did very well. I'm very proud of our performance, and like I said, for a team that just came now, we're quite ecstatic about our result and being second. But the better team did win on the day.
Oh, it was great. Can't complain. Our team played well together. Out of the tournament, didn't make any mistakes. I think we had a solid tournament throughout.
It was then the turn of the Pharisees, with both teams apprehensive about their final outing.
I think it's going to be a very physical game. It's going to be very tough for us. We're all very, very, very nervous at the moment, but hopefully Southern will take over this year.
Well, we don't know. We played them in the first round, we beat them, but the ball is round, it's very unpredictable, so we're hoping for the best.
Southern Gauteng were competing in just their 2nd final after reaching the gold medal match in 2006. KZN, on the other hand, were crowned champions in 2009 in Durban. Past results appeared to count for very little, and despite KZN beating Southern Gauteng 4-2 on Friday, Sunday's matchup was a different kettle of fish. Southern Gauteng were determined not to force an opener and carefully constructed their build-up. Their use of their goalkeeper allowed them to weigh up their options before deciding to strike. Knowing full well the quality of their opponents, Southern Gauteng went in search of another goal to give them some breathing room. More quick thinking from their goalkeeper caught KZN flat-footed as they doubled their lead. They would extend their advantage to 3 before KZN got on the board. Under constant pressure, cracks were starting to show in the KZN side. Unforced errors cost them dearly, as their keeper was adjudged to have handled the ball outside the area. The referee had no choice but to award a penalty to Southern Gauteng. They made no mistake from the spot to race into a 4-1 lead. The match was by no means over. With KZN on the attack, they gave away possession far too easily and were punished. That saw Southern Gauteng open up a 4-goal cushion, but the KZN supporters demanded a never-say-die performance and got it. Many sides would have given up hope at this point, but KZN began to show the sort of form that had helped them to 5 wins during the course of the tournament. With time running out, KZN snatched another goal to cut the deficit to just 2. With the supporters on the edge of their seats and barking advice at the players, Southern Gauteng were able to control their nerves and the tempo of the match. The referee's whistle brought to an end another enthralling match of action soccer. Southern Gauteng were full value for their 5-3 victory over the KZN ladies. It was then over to the prize giving to reward the best performers over the course of the 4-day event. Western Province dominated the tournament. They collected top honours in the under-16 category, winning all 6 of their matches en route to the final. There they beat a Western Province Invitational side 5-0. Western Province Invitational got their own back, scooping gold in the under-19 category. They had to overcome Province in the final 3-1. Northern Gauteng won the under-23 category, sneaking past KwaZulu-Natal 4-3 in the final. It was again a battle of the 2 province sides in the final of the 35 and overs, Western Province emerging victorious in a high-scoring affair 8-2. It was then the turn of the ladies and KZN to collect their silver medal. They won 5 out of their 8 matches before going down to Southern Gauteng in the final. The eventual champions were slightly more successful with 6 victories, while they were also the top scorers, banging in 48 goals in 8 outings. In the men's top category, Boland impressed with a draw and a loss and 6 victories in their 8 games. Their only defeat came at the hands of the same opponents who beat them in the final. Western Province, however, were by far the best side in their own backyard. They won 7 out of their 8 matches, with their only blemish a 6-all draw to the Province Invitational side on the opening day. They also had few problems with scoring goals, netting 60 in their 8 games. Still coming up on Action Sports, we'll feature the annual Varsity College Action Sports Tournament.